Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Recently I've been thinking more about security in my workshop, keeping my stuff safe and secure. So in this video I'd like to show you how I made these really simple but hopefully effective security bars for a window in my workshop just out of scrap metal. So originally the window was quite large and I decided I don't need a window this big. It lets in plenty of light, but there's already plenty of light in the workshop, and this way if I board some of the window up I'll have an extra area to hang tools. So to make the security bars I recently found this metal unit that was thrown out, and the shelves in particular are quite rusty, so I decided to use the legs for the bars. I just quickly needed to dismantle it and then take some measurements to work out the lengths that these bars need to be. I could then mark them up with a pencil and then getting the metal clamped up in the vise ready for cutting. To cut the metal I used a hacksaw and I used a little bit of oil to help to lubricate the blade. And if you're wondering on the size of this metal, it's tubular and it's 25mm in diameter and the thickness is around 1mm. So now I want to squash down the ends of the bars. This will give me a flat surface to drill a clearance hole through and then add a fixing later on. So to squash them down I'm going to be using the metal working vise. And this was quite easier than I thought it would be. I was originally going to use a hammer, but this way I think it was more controlled because I could use the base of the vise to get consistent widths on every end. You can see the paint cracking off there, but that's okay because I'll be respraying it later on. And that worked quite well. Now I want to just make a consistent mark for the clearance holes. I'm just using the combination square there to get a nice consistent measurement. And then using the drill press I could drill the clearance holes, one on each end. And I also filled in some of the holes in the centres with some metal putty, but I forgot to film that part. Now to tidy up the ends, I've got the belt sander here clamped upside down in the workbench, and I'm using that to round over those ends, take all the sharp bits away, make everything nice and smooth.
So now I just took a sanding block of a high grit, I think it's about 240 grit, and lightly sanded down these bars to give the paint a key. I'm going to be using some grey primer to start off with. I'm not too worried about the paint job on these because they are just security bars, but I did have a bit of grey primer, so I thought I'd give that a go. And then I finished off the bars with a satin black finish. And I gave them several coats. Now to attach the bars, I have these tech screws, usually designed to go through metal roofing sheets, but I've got loads of these and I think they'll be ideal for this application. So now I'm offering up the first bar and I can make a mark with an awl and then drill a pilot hole. And then drive in the tech screw. These have washers with a rubber on as well to disperse the pressure of the washer, and that gives it a nice snug tight fit. Then with a spirit level I can just make sure everything is nice and level and finish fixing the first bar. And I did the same with the second bar. And then for the third bar I could measure the distance between these two bars and get a central point and then fix the final bar. I used 3 bars, you could use 4, but I think 3 will be fine. So here it is before and after. I also made a smaller bar for the small window in a side room of my house. And that was the project all done.
Okay, so that is about it for this project video. I think they turned out pretty good in the end, considering they are just made out of some scrap metal that I found thrown out on the side of the road. So hopefully these will help to keep my workshop safe and secure for many years to come. If you did find this video useful, please remember to like and also consider subscribing for more DIY related videos. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.